Morning Year 1, I hope you're ready for our maths lesson today. Now, in our last lesson, we were looking at our new topic and we were halving shapes. Now, today we're going to be quartering shapes. We're going to be learning all about what quarter is and we're going to be able to quarter different shapes. Now, for your lesson today, you will need some paper. You will be drawing some shapes and you will then be having a go, seeing if you can half them. Okay, we won't have many to draw and then you'll have your worksheet. Fantastic. So get yourself a piece of paper. You can have a coloured pencil if you want, or just a plain pencil is absolutely fine too. Okay, putting me on pause and go and get those things. Fantastic, right, we're ready for our lesson learning all about quarters, but let's remind ourselves some of our prior knowledge and see if we can do our do now. Okay, so I want you to be able to find half of these shapes. You can draw them very quickly, or you could just tell me and draw your finger along the screen. I want to find half of these shapes. So you can either draw them or you can just move your finger across the screen to show half. Okay, putting me on pause, you've got 2 minutes. See if you can find half of those shapes. Off you go. Great, you found half the shapes. Okay, where would I need to draw my line for half? Where would I need to draw my line for the rectangle? You're absolutely right. I could draw a line straight, oh, very wonky, straight down the middle. That would give me half. Is there another way to show half? Absolutely. I could do a line straight through the middle. Oh, very wonky line. My apologies. And this would show half as well. Fantastic. What about if I was to try and go across? Yeah, we wouldn't do that on a rectangle. Very good. What about the diamond? How did you find half on the diamond? Straight down the middle. Okay. Does this show half? Fantastic. Was there another way to find half? How else could you have found half? Okay, you could have gone straight across this way. Fantastic. Well done, everyone. Okay, what about our triangle? Who found half on the triangle? How do I find half? Is there more than one way? There's only one way. Which way is half? Well done. Straight down the middle, and it shows us 2 equal parts. Okay, your lines hopefully will be a lot neater than Miss Bamford's, because it's very hard for Miss Bamford to draw a straight line on here. Okay, what about the circle? How many different ways did we find it on the circle? Okay, you had one straight down the middle. Well done. Any other ways? Okay, interesting. You had one going across like that. Fantastic. That does show half. Was there another one? Oh, well done. If you found the other one, you could have gone across like that, or the other way. Fantastic. Well done. You all found half of the shapes. So today, like I said, we are learning to identify and recognize a quarter. So we're going to be finding quarters of shapes and understanding all about what quarter is. So when we share something into quarters, we are sharing it into 4 equal parts. How many parts? 4. How many parts? 4. Well done. We're sharing it into 4 equal parts. Now, they have to be equal, otherwise it doesn't make it a quarter. Okay, so we have to make sure it's in 4 equal parts. So I'm going to have a go at that with my piece of paper. Here is my whole piece of paper. Now, if I was folding it in half, I'd only have to fold it so that we had 2 equal parts. Now, for quarter, it must have 4 equal parts. So I'm going to have to make sure that whatever way I fold this, that it's 4 equal parts. Okay, so I wouldn't be able to fold it like that, or if I folded it like that, I'm going to have to think very carefully about how I'm going to fold it. I'm going to have a go. I'm going to fold it 1, 2. Now I folded it 3 times. I want to make sure I have 4 equal parts. Okay, so I should have folded it and there should be 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. I definitely have 4 parts. Look, here's my first one. Here's my second one, my third one, and my fourth one. I've put this into 4 parts, and here they are. I'll draw a line so that we can see them a bit better. Now, all these parts should be identical. They should all be equal. If we imagine this was a chocolate bar, we should all be able to get a line that's exactly the same. So how can I find out if these are exactly the same? Well, I can cut along the line and see if they all match. So I'm going to do exactly that. I'm cutting to make sure that all these parts are the same size. Now, it's quite difficult to do for quarters. I'm going to give it my best go to see if these all go into the same part. So these should be absolutely identical. Okay, so I've got my 4. They match up. Just like so. Can you see that? So I have managed to quarter this shape into 4 equal parts, just like so. There they are. So when we quarter, we have to make sure it goes into 4 equal parts. Okay, we know the parts are equal when they look identical. That means they can go into each other just like so, and they are the same size. They are equal. So that is how we quarter a shape. Now with this shape, there are other ways to do it. I've shown you one way. If I wanted to quarter a different way, I could do so. So let's have a go. I'm going to get my piece of paper and see if I can quarter it an entirely different way. So we just quartered it this way. Do we think if we put it like this, we'd be able to quarter it? No, it'd make it into unequal parts. But what if we did it this way? What do you think? You think we could give it a go? Okay, I'm going to try. I'm going to draw. I'm going to fold my parts. Let's see if I can do it. Very difficult to make sure that they're all equal. Let's see, have I done it? There you go. What's wrong with that? Well done. There's only 1, 2, 3 parts. Would that make it quarter? Absolutely not. Well done. It has to be in 4 as equally as we can parts. Here we go. So we should be able to do it that way a lot better. And if I draw them in, I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see that? Much better. And if we tried cutting them, we should be able to see that this 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. Okay, so I'm going to cut and let's see what happens. So I'm cutting it into the equal parts to make sure that they are the same size. So they should be equal. Oh, doesn't want to cut. Here we go. There we go. So we have managed to put it into 4 equal parts. So we have quartered the shape, like so. Here are our parts. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and together we can see that they're equal because they all fit in together as they are the same size. Fantastic. So that is how we quarter into equal parts. Okay. Now something I will show you is something a little bit cool. When we quarter a shape, if we look at 2 of the quarters together, we might be able to notice something. Let's see if we can notice it. When I look at my quarters, if I was to separate them like this, and I look at 2 quarters and 2 quarters together, that is the same as half. So 2 quarters is the same as half. We need 4 parts, 4 equal parts to find a quarter, but 2 quarters is the same as half because it's in 2 different parts. Here's our quarters, and this would be half. Very interesting. But today we're looking at our quarters. So we have to make sure that we always put our shape into 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. And we know it's equal because it should be the same size. Fantastic. So we've got to make sure that when we quarter, it is in equal parts. That means it's not unequal, and it means that all the parts are the same size. This rectangle on this side has been quartered into 4 equal parts because all the parts would be the same size. However, the one on the right in orange hasn't been quartered into equal parts. It's in 4 unequal parts, and that's not what we want today. So let's see if we can have a go colouring in a quarter. Miss Bamford's going to have a go first. She's going to see if she can find quarter of the circle and the square. Okay, so I'm going to get my ruler and I'm going to see if I can find quarter of these shapes. So here is my square. Now I've got a ruler today. Remember, you could use your object to help you. Now we want to put it in 4 equal parts. Okay, so I'm going to use my square, my thing, and see. Right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got to use your eyes and your judgment to see if you can find these equal parts. The easiest way sometimes is to see if you can find half first. So I'm going to find half here. I found half, and now I can put in quarter. Did you see that? By finding half, sometimes it can help you to find quarter. So this should be equal parts. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can now shade in quarter. I'm going to shade in just up here. I have found quarter of the shape. Is there another way I could find quarter of this shape? There is another way. So instead of going like this, I could try and go this way. Okay, so let's have a look. Maybe. Yeah, I definitely think this shape can go into quarters. Now, finding half first helps us to put it into quarters. So I think half is right down the middle like that. Have I found half? Very good. Now I can split these into the quarters. We can put 1 down that side And 1 down that side. Now it should be 4. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Absolutely. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many parts are in a quarter? 4. Very good. And now if I only colour in one of them, I can find 1/4 of the shape. Fantastic. Well done, guys. Can you see that by finding half, it's easier to find a quarter? And then we can colour in the other part. Great work, everyone. Okay, let's have a look at that in action. If I'm finding 1/4 of this square, there's a few ways I could do it. I could go along. Now, we didn't do this one. I could go along from corner to corner. Are they in 4 equal parts? Absolutely. Here's another one that we didn't do. See, there's lots of different ways you can do it. I put one line down and another line across, and I found 1/4. Well done. So there's lots of different ways we can do it on the square. What about the circle? What do we think? Let's see. I'm going to do one and see if you can think of the other. So firstly, I'm going to think about half. Okay, so I'm going to put one in across like that. And I'm going to put my other line going across like that. Remember, I'm looking for 4 equal parts. Have I found 4 parts? Yes, how do you know I found 4? We can count them. Okay, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. And what would I need to colour in for it to be 1/4? Just one of the parts. Okay, I'm going to colour in this bit up here. Fantastic. Now I'm going to need your help for this one. I want you to tell me where I should draw the line this time. So we've already done a cross like this. How should I hold my pen to help me find 1/4? Okay, up like this. Fantastic. What can I do to help me find 1/4? I could estimate where half is first. Okay. Stop. Well done. This is where half is. Fantastic. So I'm going to draw a line down like this. So we found half. How am I going to make this into 1/4? I need to find half a different way. Okay. What if I did it like that? Would that be equal? No. Very good. Okay, let's try it this way. Okay, make sure you remember to tell me to say to stop. Now I'm going to go back up this way. Stop. Very good. Okay, I'm going to draw in. Double check. Have I found 4 different parts? Counting with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Are they equal? Yes, they are. Well done. So how many do I colour in? We're only finding 1. Well done. We colour in 1 of the quarters. Fantastic. So we found 2 different ways to quarter a circle. Let's have a look. So with our circle, we can quarter it in across. Well done. And we can quarter it horizontal and vertically, making sure it's always in 4 equal parts. Fantastic. Okay, well, let's have a go at this one together. What shape is this? It's a rectangle. Very good. So I want us to have a go at this one together. What I want you to do is I want you to tell me exactly where to quarter this shape. Okay, now I've had a go drawing some rectangles, but I'm going to need you to help me quarter it. So the first thing I have to do is what? Test it. Very good. So I'm going to move my pen along and test if I think I could quarter it. Do we think we could quarter a rectangle into 4 equal parts? Very good. Now what can I find first to help me? Half. Okay. So tell me when I've reached half. Stop. Very good. I'm going to put half in. Fantastic. Now what do I need to do? I need to quarter it, absolutely, because is this quarter? No, because this is 1, 2 parts. We found half and not quarter. So where are we going to put the other line? Let's test it. Okay, so we can move it along a different way and see if we get to a bit where we think we've got 4 equal parts. Stop. Why are we stopping? Very good, because when we look at it, we can see that using this line 2, we've got how many? 4 equal parts. Very good. Fantastic. How can we double check? We can write them in and check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. How many do we need to colour in? Only 1. Well done, because we're finding 1 quarter. Oh, no, my pen's running out. Here we go. Can we see that? Not very clearly. Let's try a different one. Here we go. This is better. Fantastic. We have coloured in 1 quarter. Okay, great. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to start off our rectangle, and I want you to see if you could find the next bit. Do you think you're up for the challenge? Fantastic. Well, the first thing you're going to do is put me on pause and draw a rectangle, or more than one. Draw 2 rectangles. Okay, I'm going to give you 1 minute to do that. Put me on pause. Great. You've drawn your rectangles? Okay. The first thing I want you to do is help me to find the rest of this quarter. So I'm going to start us off. So the first thing I'm going to do is see if I can find quarter. Where do I think quarter might be? Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in my half. So I'm going to go across this way. So I'm going to find half just here. Have I found quarter yet? No, I haven't. Now you're going to see if you can finish this off and find quarter for me. Okay, you need to find in, use your pen, see if you can work out where the other line would, or 2, would need to go to quarter this shape. Okay, you're going to put me on pause and see if you can quarter your shape. Remember to check by writing the numbers around the outside and then colour it in. Okay, putting me on pause now. Great, you've had a go. Okay, so you could have quartered this shape in 2 different ways. You could have done exactly the same as I did up here and put in 1 line. Or you could have found another way. Let's try the other way. So looking here, I've got 2 equal parts. I'm going to draw it in. If I keep going, I should notice some more equal parts. So you might have found this. Did you find this one? Well done. Very good. So all these parts are the same size. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Have we quartered this shape? We found the 4 equal parts. What's the last bit we have to do? Colour in 2 bits. Well done. Well done. We only colour in 1 because we're only looking for 1 quarter. Colouring in 2 would make it a different amount. Fantastic. Great. Okay. You're going to try this one all by yourself. You should have another rectangle free. I'm not going to do any of the steps this time. I want to see if you can quarter this rectangle any which way you want, having a go. Okay. Remember, the first thing we need to do is try and find our half mark, because that will help us to quarter. We half, and then we quarter, and then we colour in 1 quarter. Tell me the steps. We half, then we find quarter, then we colour in 1 quarter. Okay, put me on pause and have a go finding quarter of this rectangle. Off you go. Fantastic. You found quarter. All right, let's have a go. So you might have found the last way just like so. You might have found it like this, and you might have found you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you find that? Well done, you found this way too. Great. And if I wanted to colour in this last one, I could colour in just up here. Have I found quarter of a rectangle? I absolutely have. Fantastic. And if we were looking at it, we could see some of the different ways you might have found it. You could have quartered it this way. You could have quartered it diagonally into 4 equal parts. This is the way we just found. Well done. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, oh no, what's it doing? Fantastic. Or you could have done the last way that we practiced. Fantastic. Well done, everyone. We've managed to quarter. Fantastic. So when we quarter, we've got to make sure it's always in 4 equal parts. So let's see if we know if these two shapes at the top are a quarter. Miss Bamford's going to have a go first. Okay, I'm going to look at the two shapes. Well, firstly, I've got a shape that's got 2 parts coloured. That doesn't sound like quarter, because I know quarter has to have 4 equal parts. Okay, let's have a look at this one. This one's only got 1 coloured in, and the parts look pretty equal. Are there 4 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I think this one's definitely a quarter and this one's not a quarter. Okay, am I right? Absolutely. Fantastic. Okay, your turn. Let's see if you can figure this out. I want to know which ones are quarters and which ones are not quarters. Okay, so you're going to put me on freeze. And I just want you to say aloud which ones you think are quarter, which ones you don't think are quarter, and then we're going to go through them. Okay, putting me on pause now. All right, well, you should have found that this one isn't a quarter because it's in 2 parts, which is half. Very good, not a quarter. What about this one here? Same again, it's not a quarter because it's in 2 equal parts, which isn't quarter. Well done. What about this one? A bit of an odd shape. You think it's quarter? Well done. Why do you think it's quarter? Because it's got 1 shaded in and there's 4 equal parts. Fantastic. Okay, let's have a go at this one. We've got 3 shapes. I want to know if they're quarter or not a quarter. Remember, quarter has 4 parts with 1 shaded in. They've got to be equal. Okay. You're just saying them aloud if you think they're quarter or not, putting me on pause now. Great work. Well, let's see. What did you think? What about the circle? Not a quarter. Well done. Why is it not a quarter? Because it's in 2 equal parts, which is a half. Well done. And I said this one's not a quarter because, well, you think it is a quarter. Why do you think it's a quarter? But there's only 1 part shaded in. We're only finding 1 quarter. Okay. Well, how many parts should it have? It should have 4 parts. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. So is it a quarter? Well done. Fantastic. And what about the last one? Quarter. Why do you think it's quarter? Because it's got 4 equal parts. You guys are pros at finding quarters. Well done. So let's see if we can find quarter of a different object. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to use your head and see if you can imagine where the line for these shapes would be. Now, we've already done similar shapes. This one looks a little bit like a circle. So does this one, and this one looks a little bit like a rectangle. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to have a think about how I would quarter these. I'm going to do this one over here first. If I was quartering this shape, I might imagine that firstly, I would put a line straight down the middle because that would halve it. And then I would halve it again across like so. And I think that would put it in 4 equal parts. Let's have a look. Does it? Very good. Can you see that? I put 1 line straight down the middle and then I put 1 line across. And did it put it in 4 equal parts? It absolutely did. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to do half of this one and see if you can find the other part. So I think if I put a line straight down like this and find half, you guys would be able to tell me where the next bit of my line goes. What do you think? You think you can? Okay, so we found half. We want to make this quarter. Where would my other line go? Right at the top here. Okay, I'm going to put it across. Why not? Very good, because would that make it 4 equal parts? No, it would not. Well done. Where should I put my line then? All right, I'm going to move down the tomato. Tell me when to stop. Stop. Very good. So we think it should go a little bit like that. Do they look 4 equal parts? Yeah, should we see if we're right? Okay, I'm moving it. Very good. Well done, guys. Okay, let's do this one together. Now this one looks like a very similar shape. What do we think? You think it might be exactly the same? Okay, let's have a look then. If I put in a line across like this, yeah, remember we're just doing the circle bit. Where do you think the other line would need to go? No line at all. Oh, there would be a line. Well done, because we're finding quarter, and that at the moment that's half. Okay, where should I put the line? Tell me when to stop. Stop. Well done. Why would we put a line here? Because it's going straight down the middle. Okay, let's see. Do we think they're 4 equal parts? 1, 2, 3, 4. You think they are? Okay, let's have a look. Okay, I'm moving them. 3, 2, 1. Well done. You managed to find the 4 equal parts. Okay, you've got 2 identical shapes now. All I want you to do is on your piece of paper, just draw 2 circles. Don't need to draw all the details, just 2 circles. Okay, putting me on pause, draw those 2 circles now. Great, you found your 2 circles. You've drawn your 2 circles, well done. Now, all I want you to do is have a go quartering them, imagining one is the pizza and one is the watermelon. Okay, you can quarter them exactly the same way, or you could choose to do a different way, and then we're going to see how Miss Banfield quartered hers. Okay, putting me on pause, give yourself 2 to 3 minutes to see if you can quarter these shapes. Okay, putting me on pause now. Okay, shall we see? Okay, show me how you quartered them. Oh, great, I can see lots of lines going across. Are they in 4 equal parts? Very good. Okay, well, this is how Miss Banfield quartered the pizza. She did 1 line down and 1 line across. Do they look equal? Would we be happy if we were sharing this pizza? Absolutely, well done, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. Did you find it like that? Oh, you found some other ways too. Well done. You could have gone across like that. Fantastic. What about the watermelon? How did you quarter the watermelon? And Miss Banfield decided to do it exactly the same way. She decided to draw 1 line down and 1 line across. Fantastic. Have I quartered this one? Well done. Did you manage to quarter both of them? Fantastic. Great job, everyone. So you're going to have a go at your worksheet now, okay? You're going to see your task sheet and you're going to have a go at colouring in the quarters of the shapes, okay? Now the shapes will already be on the worksheet for you. Have a go seeing if you can colour in quarter, okay? And see if you notice the shapes that are equal or unequal on the sheet, okay? Remember, don't forget to have a go at the challenge if you finish all of your task sheets, okay? Good luck, everyone. Bye.